So now we're going to the thermostat, and the thermostat is up here, guys, above your spark plugs on the combustion chain of cylinders. I don't know how to word it right, but
something like that. So yeah, we'll just...
got a bit of background noise. It is a workshop, so there's other things being worked on, but that's alright, we'll work through it. So thermostat's coming off the cover, and the problem we've found in this motor so far is the telltale wasn't working. We got the shit out of that, but however it wasn't the answer as to why this is heating up. So we're going to look at this, and this could be the answer here.
Could be a faulty thermostat or blocked up with a whole lot of salt and other bits and pieces.
So time will tell in a minute. Awesome. But so far not a bad little motor.
Yeah, so far it's pretty good. It looks nice and clean.
There's nothing that needs to be modified straight away or not going to work, or?
No, I've got a brand new one in the showroom if you want.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Yeah, to pay for it.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, $18,500. Ain't got that, mate. Sorry, dude. But we'll just fix this thing up, eh?
Yeah. Might need to get something for that one.
Need a new motor. We might just be going back to land base and selling the boat. Right, we'll see what happens. This should be good.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
In mechanics as
well. I'm going to get this last one out, which is in a difficult place.
Oil filter, fuel filter, tire size, because it's set up a lot for the it's just a matter of...
Remember that one's on there. So that holds in a little temperature sender down there.
Right, so the bottom right has that funny thing on it.
And some these guys don't do it.
That spring looks pretty clean in there.
Looks pretty clean in there?
Yeah.
So is that not too bad?
It's relatively clean in there, so there's not a lot of salt build up, and then we'll pull this out and we can...
Pretty clean, guys, no salt build up, so that's a good thing. In the service, do you put a new one on anyway?
If they work, which I'll show you how to test them in a minute.
Oh, cool.
We have got a new one.
Yeah. Was that ordered with the parts, was it, just in case?
Yeah, it's clean as, eh?
Absolutely.
Oh,
okay.
It's a good...
Oh, she's a bit dirty in there.
It's not too bad. There's
really?
actually bug all salt in there.
Oh, awesome.
There's a little
so the flush out
good old Vertex.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah,
it's not much
that's
stuff
clean
in
as
it
fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seeing that hole, guys, yeah.
Go upstairs and test this out and some...
So what's that?
water.
Is that the thermostat?
Yeah, so that's the thermostat.
Alright, okay.
When it gets hot, it opens up and lets water out.
So we're going to test to see if that works or not.
Yeah.
Marvellous. Let's go through the thermostat test. Alright, so we just get a glass, stick some hot water in it.
Yep.
Out of the
Then you just
jug.
simply
Drop it in.
drop that in there.
And we keep an eye on it. So that should heat up, and then that spring should move, should it?
Yeah, it should open that little bit at the top.
Right. So this bit.
Which is exactly what it's doing.
Up around here. So if you can see side on, it just pushed that out. That was flush, now it's pushed it out. So that has worked.
Yep, sure has.
So the thermostat's not the issue.
No, the thermostat is working.
Thermostat is working. Man, awesome, good test. So here they've taken the old seal off and they're getting it back and making it rough, ready for the next glue sealant of the next gasket.
Just cleaning it off.
Yep.
Just cleaning the old gasket off there.
And you got Toy over here with his little scraping mechanism, which is just about as big as he is. And he's scraping that. Was that your little finger you just showed me?
No, it's my penis.
Oh god, that's tiny. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
It's like a penis, only smaller.
Yeah. Is that coming out of the sides?
Only bigger.
Yeah. Oh cool, there we go.
I may
Brilliant.
only have a fucking 3-inch nail, mate, but there's a 90 kilo hammer smashing it
That's
home.
right.
90, more like 100.
Fuck you, prick. Not even 90, thank you.
I'm fucking 100.
Yeah, well there you go, Chub Chub, shut up.
Yeah, but mine's 4 inches.
Did he test that thermostat?
Yep, it works fine. So what are we doing here, Toby? What are we doing now?
Just going to drain the gearbox oil.
Drain plugs.
See the oil level plug. Take that one out, and then there's one under here as well. That will take out down there.
Okay. And oil should start coming out.
Jesus, they're quite tight.
Okay. and there's a container down there to catch the wheel as it drops out. So.
Yep. So I might just grab the impact screwdriver.
All good. And obviously they don't come out that often, these things, so a little bit tight. Yeah. Look at that. Just a couple of pulls and bangs and she's away.
That looks really clean.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Really clean oil tie, so that's another good bit of news.
Means that the seal's not budging.
Yeah. Let's
Do
trim
you
it up.
guys pressure test them anyway, or only if the...
Can do if you want to just get a bit of access in there.
That sounds clean for the ears, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's already starting to drain out the top.
Awesome. So this one here is the one where it's going to all fall out.
You could have at least set fire in the hole. Our one at work's got a fucking huge peak on the back of the thing, and we normally wait till someone's doing something real fiddly.
And this is going to flow because that's the bottom, so that's going to come out pretty fast. Here we go.
There
A
you
little
go.
bit dark. Not too bad.
Clean as.
That's pretty bloody clean. Look at that. Oil's going out, guys, and she is just a draining.
Boom.
So how many litres would you get out of that to drain?
It's not too much, probably about 1.5 litres.
Oh yeah. Alright, so that's the oil, guys. She's draining. Yeah, boy.
Put a little magnet on the end of the drain bung. Pick up any metal filings.
A little bit of a magnet on the end there to pick up the filings, which it has got a little bit.
Yeah, that's
That's standard?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them get a little bit of wear and tear.
So how
Awesome.
many PSI would you test
Cool.
that with? Like if you were to test it?
20 psi.
Yeah.
Normally you do
better-
it when the gearbox is off, so you can wriggle all the.
Turn the
Drive
shafts and give it a
shaft.
wiggle while
Right.
testing it.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so chuck it in the vise and then press
No,
it up.
just in here,
Oh yeah.
pump it up,
Yeah.
and then just sit there and turn
So you-
turn the shaft.
Oh, yeah.
Give
Do
it-
you use
give it
like a
wiggle.
Mighty pump, sort of like a hand pump to just put some pressure
Yeah,
in it?
just a little pressure vacuum pump.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice. 20 psi.
At least it's not white and milky.
Yeah.
No, she said it's clean air, so that's
Yeah.
good. For an old motor, she's passed everything so far.
Well,
Impeller's going to be the issue, I think. Hopefully that's the overheating, and it'll answer our question. Or was it just not hot enough that the thermostat hadn't opened yet? That could be the other
It
it should have been
should
hot
have been
enough.
hot enough.
thing. Yeah.
If it was hot enough that it was beeping at us because it was overheating, there's something going on.
No, but when we tested just before, we'll let it go that way.
Oh yeah.
That was working.
Yeah.
In the hot water, that moved right out. So that's all. That's cool.
Carry on,
So,
reward us.
Screws on the fuel pump, they get loose, so it's always worth checking that they're still tight.
Oh yeah, so you're going to do that now and give it a whirl.
Another one.
Get a screwdriver, move that hose out of the way.
Oh yeah.
So it's up to you.
See that?
Yeah,
That was real
that
loose.
was loose, yeah.
Fucking nothing.
Tighten it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. There was a few
That one
bit
is
of
loose
that
too, you
came
can see it.
but it wasn't like it was dirty. So
There we go.
Main, so just make sure you
Simple
check
fix.
those and tighten those ones up. All those screws were loose, so that was good to know, yeah, so tighten those up. Perfect. Is that just from vibration of the motor? They just vibrate out?
Yeah, they just get loose over time.
And vibrates make everything loose, don't they?
What's that?
And vibrating these screws, so with a vibrating motor, all those screws
the
were
fuel
loose.
pump.
Yeah, so vibrators make everything loose in life. Anyway, so that's all good. Okay.
Filter down in here.
So this is an oil filter, petrol oil fuel filter?
Yeah, it's
Fuel
just
filter.
another little inline fuel filter.
So all oil that was in this, is that leaked out the bottom now? Is that, no? Is that separate?
No, so that's the oil for your motor,
Ah,
and
yes.
that's oil down in for your gearbox.
Like your diff oil, almost,
Yeah.
yeah. So different
Yeah.
compartments, right?
So you can pull this filter out, give it a visual check.
How do you know if there's water in there? There shouldn't be, because the water's taken off in that one.
Yeah, so in theory, it'll be tight. No, so I'll grab a pair of poly grips.
Poly grips and take that off. Cool.
Came prepared.
He did, he's one you
My
prepared
tools out
earlier.
this morning.
he's done a few of these before. Awesome.
Too big.
do a large portion of it to keep these guys from doing 3 labour shifts. So they'll do it, they'll just go tick, 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 fucking drop down scribbles with no.
Very tight.
Very tight. You said that without swearing. There you go, you got it. Yeah, she just took a little bit of bait to seal. So we're now taking that off, right?
Yep. Then we'll grab another one of those clear containers. We've got one up there.
Clear container and check it. So this checks for water in there, eh?
Yeah, it's much easier to see. And we can also check this basket. See, there's a little bit of sand and stuff in there,
Oh, yeah.
which is a good thing that the filter's picked it up.
Perfect. So this was done its job.
Yeah. Tip it up on an angle. See, there's no water in there.
No water, so that filter inside the boat's done its job. That stops the water from going into the
Yeah, it
fuel.
stops
So,
the water from going into the boat.
so that oil filter's done well, and that caught the sand, which has done well. So they're both, it's all working.
Yep.
The system
All
works.
working. So we'll give that a little clean out.
Give it a clean out and a blowout. And, all right, we'll do that. We'll come back to it.
This filter
All
a
right,
little
so here we
clean
go.
out.
Filter clean out, and we've got some Yamaha Yamalube, Luber's Life, and parts cleaner. So we've got the Yamaha parts cleaner, and he's going to show us how to clean it.
We'll just give it a
Give it a spray. It's awesome.
bit of a spray to get all that loose sand out. Most of it's in the actual filter housing itself.
Yeah. So that's done its job.
See it all in there.
Yeah, mate, dirty, and then we'll see what it does after we spray it with this stuff.
It's going to be for
So
anybody.
bloody beautiful.
So it's gotten rid of all of the loose stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
mate.
get a rag in there and
Take out the gritty grits.
get all the big bits out.
Yep. Rag is life. He's on the rag. He's getting the rag out, mate.
Did you take that out of the showroom?
I did.
And that's clean.
Apprentices don't fucking
Done. You're doing well, Table. You're doing well, Table. You're doing well, Toby. You're doing well, Table. Fucking hell. You're doing well, Toby. Don't listen to them. It's not true what they said about you, only half of it.
Only half of it.
Yeah.
There you
Bloody
go.
brilliant.
Nice and clean in there now.
Look at that. That's cleaner than frickin' a new one. That is awesome.
Yep.
And then you just go back, screw that back on, and when you fill it with fuel, I guess it refuels itself when you start it, or...
Yeah, when you prime it up with the primer valve,
That's
it'll
what primes up.
refill that fuel filter.
Awesome. So when you prime it up, guys, it fills it up. Okay, we'll come back. We're going to re-screw that back on if I can get in there and check what he's doing there. How tight do you go, Toby? As tight as you can, or just a quarter turn after grips, or...
Yeah, sort of get a feel for it, but that's finger tight at the moment. Then I'll just give it an extra twist.
And then that'll seal on that, yeah, seal up
Yeah,
against the
so
seal.
there's an O-ring up there that'll seal up on.
Then we put it back through the hole and screw it back on, and another part of the job done. So that's cleaning out your inline fuel filter.
Yep.
Champion. Have you got
Under here we've got an anode.
Oh yeah, anodes.
So instead of corroding and eating away at your motor, this is sacrificial, and we'll
It's
take
pretty warm,
take the
actually.
brunt. Yeah, so once they're about 50% warm, that's when you start looking at replacing them.
So do you reckon that needs a new one? That looks pretty fucking warm to me.
No, that's still fine. It's
Fine?
still got heaps of life left in it.
Cool. And it's
Yep.
doing its job because it's wearing. No different than the boat, guys. We've got one under the boat up here. It's the same thing as what we got, just different shape, just that one in there. So that's for the boat, does the same thing. It takes away from the
Yep.
aluminium.
What I really like about this one is the bolt's broken and it's just cable tied on.
Oh, nice.
So I might look into making sure that it's still got enough contact.
Fucking Pete. You didn't tell us that.
No,
Nice.
just noticed that.
Oh, good. Yeah, so that's what we like about these hoary things. But hey, look, we figured it out. Fantastic. Oh, shit.
Better, and I'm just going to keep some bolts are tight.
So just check, just another tight mission.
Yep.
Make sure those transom bolts are tight.
9
Pretty
times
simple
out of 10
job.
they are. Checking the tightness. They are nice and tight.
We all check for tightness, mate. Well done.
No good if it's loose.
Evidently not.
See,
Nice.
they're all nice and
Perfect.
tight.
Fantastic. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, eh?
Yeah.
We love the righties. Love the righties. So now we're doing, where are we going with now? What are we doing?
Just trimming this up so we can pull the gearbox off.
Gearbox. So we're doing gearbox now?
Yep.
Oh, is that another Anode there? Anode, whatever it's called?
Sure is.
Perfect.
See that one's, you can see where it's starting to eat into it.
Yeah.
That's still got heaps of life left in it.
Heaps of life, so it's doing its job, that's good.
Yep. We'll take the prop off.
Yep.
Check the shaft for
Grease it.
anything, yeah. Re-grease it. Put the prop
Okay.
back on. New split pin. Yeah.
Nice. So now we're on to the internal parts, so to speak.
Yeah.
Done all the bits we can get to from the outside at the top, now it's into the motor itself.
We can check the gearbox seals and the water pump while we have the gearbox off.
Nice. Oh, that's bloody awesome, mate. Yeah. Doing a stellar job, Toby.
Split pins all kinds of twisted in there.
Put that on his little
Put that in the bin.
in the bin. Nice, new one's coming for that. So we've got this nut here we're going to undo, this one right here, and then this whole thing will just slide off, and then we're going to do the shaft, grease it up, and then I take it we're going to undo, I don't know what we're going to undo, but you take off a part, probably these 4 bolts up here, I would say, and that will lift this whole bottom part off, which will then show us the all these 4 bolts here will come undone, those 2 on that side, 2 on the other side, and then it's going to show us into the gearbox. So that's going to be the impeller part up in there. So yeah,
Way too big.
cool, awesome. Here we go, and that just as easy as that. Now you take that off,
Yeah.
and we're going to lift this propeller. So what are you looking at in the propeller? Like, you take them out, obviously this is old.
So there's a seal behind this. We can have a visual check of that, and then we also check, see if there's any nylon or braid wrapped around the prop shaft.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
The way you fish.
the way we get out, mate, well, yeah, could be shit everywhere. In fact, some of it might be prior to us getting the boat, because we never had this off. Yeah, prior, because we never had this off. Well, it doesn't look like there's any braid room behind it. Doesn't look like there's anything in there.
Now, but you want to check behind here.
Oh,
That's
there.
where it normally hides. Ah,
It's nothing.
clean as. There's no oil down there either.
So that is good then, it's all sealing, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you're going to stick a bit of grease on the shaft, then put it all back together, and then take off these 4 bolts up here and take it out.
It's a long end, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, I'll leave the prop off for now. Makes it easier to sit in the gearbox holder.
Oh yeah, nice, yep.
I'll just put the prop underneath.
Yep, so perfect. So you've got this whole thing he's made. So Toby made this little bench where you can actually stick the gearbox and have the trolley of the oil still there, so you're not leaking all over the places. And you can move around together.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, Toby.
Makes it a lot easier.
Not just good looks, I guess. You got brains as well.
Oh, Ham-mer, thank you, Jeff.
Good stuff.
Hey?
You don't listen to the midget. So I said you're not just good looks, is what I said.
What's the guess? 14 mil? Oh, look at that.
Oh, perfect. So now you're going to take this off.
Me. I've got
So-
a step ladder if you want.
So Ty stuck some goopy stuff and now seal, and now he's screwing it back on for the that's the thermostat. We put a brand new thermostat, so that's all good to go. And we're
Now
taking
that one
this,
with the bracket goes to the bottom right, is that correct?
yep, bottom right with the
Yep.
bracket.
Yeah, you'll sort of see how it sits.
So when you do this, is this quite heavy? Does it just drop, or is it?
Cleaned up all my bolt threads because I'm a good boy.
Yeah. They're not too heavy.
Yep.
A little chip missing out of there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a one person lift.
Right.
Not too bad. When you got a stainless prop on them, they're quite heavy.
Right. And our one's not stainless.
Nah.
What's ours?
it's
Aluminium.
Aluminium. Yeah.
Oh, cheap one. Booty. Okay. So now we're taking
And,
this
and
one.
you just have to make sure it's in neutral or something, when you're pulling them off. Is that right?
Yeah, well, as long as so these have a rotating gear shifter. Some of them pull up and down.
Yeah. Oh, this is rotating. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
just got a spline.
Yep.
As long as it's in the same gear as when you took it off,
Yep.
Right.
then it'll slot right back in.
Yeah. But neutral's a better That's probably be the place to have it. Jesus.
Might have to get my sockets out.
she's a tight one. We found a tight one, Mum.
Yeah, who did these up?
The last person that did it.
Not me.
No. Alright, so we got 2 undone. We're going to do a 3rd. Yep, it's just one little sucker over there holding on.
Feel.
Give it one more go.
There we go.
Got it.
Just like that. There's one more hiding underneath.
Oh, okay. So
See one
there's a
under
cap up here.
the trim plate thing, eh? Is it? Or no?
Yeah, just in there.
Nice. Oh, there's a bolt down here, guys. You got to get in and do that. Nice.
Guess the size on that.
Says 8 on the top of it.
So when you
That's
undo,
just tensile strength.
when you undo that bolt, I
This
think
here will fall out.
this will come off, and then there's 1 or 2 more bolts underneath there.
Perfect. Okay, so good to know, guys. So you undo that one. It's going to make this loose. It comes off, and then there's 2 bolts underneath the Anode. So here we go. It's yeah, all learnings, isn't it? How to get into these things.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle.
So these are a steering trim. So before we take it off, we'll mark it with a paint pen or a marker
It has
pen,
to line back up.
so we can line it back up in the same spot.
That's a good tip.
Actually, we probably need to change that because it was set up for the last boat, not this one.
Yeah.
I do notice, you do notice when you're cruising this, you've got to...
Yeah, you do a little bit. Yeah, it sits on one side, even in the
Yeah.
water, it does sit a little bit. Yeah. Sits
We need to
sits
like
that way
just
to the
figure
right.
that out.
I
one
thought
day.
that was just because you were on the right hand side and just.
Call me
yeah.
back, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck you.
I get called it all the time
Well, I'll be
I
more
was gonna
helpful
say
than
it,
you,
but I
and
felt-
I'll put the thermostat in.
because you know what you're doing. I didn't even know that was a thermostat at the start. I just thought that was a dimmy tataki.
So if something goes wrong, it's probably going to be my fault.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
Nah, fantastic.
No, I can't take the blame.
Yeah.
No, mate, this is the first time since we've owned this boat or even this motor that we've pulled the thing apart and actually learnt all about it. So this
Oh,
is
that's
pretty
good.
cool.
You're
Yeah.
learning it from me, the apprentice.
What size was that?
Yep. Says it all.
Was it 14? 13.
About 14. At a guess.
Do we want to undo that now?
Yeah, can do.
All right, so we're taking 2 off. Taking 2 off this side. There's a lot of moving parts to a boat motor, isn't it?
Yeah, there's quite a lot.
So once the service is done, this should run a lot better than what it did before. In theory.
In theory, yeah.
But we still haven't come to the issue as to why it overheated before.
Yeah, hopefully we'll find out once we take this off.
So if the impeller's buggered, that will be the whole reason.
Could be, yeah.
Right. So we're hoping that something's not right down here, and then they'll answer the cause of what happened up there. So.
Top right drawer of my toolbox. Yeah, it'll do. As long as it's visible.
Pretty straight for you, mate.
There's also one hose on the back here. That will have to undo, that's for your speedo.
Oh, is that the speedo?
Yeah.
I don't even know what speed you're going in.
The speedo works.
That wasn't very tight.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
No, the speedo doesn't work.
Oh, doesn't it?
No.
Oh no, we go off the fish finder.
Yeah.
Yeah, speedo doesn't work.
I mean, it was working before we got it serviced.
Yeah.
Do you get shit like that?
Yep.
It's annoying, eh?
People claim
Ever
they've stolen
since
their
you
fishing rods. And,
What? Really?
yeah.
That's
Fucking
dumb, eh?
assholes. There you go. It's undone.
Oh, yeah, that's off, and then a couple of bolts up there.
Just
either
need to
side,
grab a
there we go.
magnet to grab that bolt out.
There's only one bolt pop in there.
That box stays sitting in there.
I can just stay there.
Sitting in there, alright?
So there's only one bolt under there. It's only one rusty bolt
Yeah.
at the back. That one here's and got one up there.
Yeah.
But,
So that one there threads into that
yeah, that's
that trim thing.
that held that, and then there's one bolt in there which we're going to undo, and then that's going to release this whole thing. Will it just fall out, or is it sitting there quite smoked?
need to
I'll
wriggle it
hold
out.
it one while I undo it. Grab the gearbox and put it in there.
Alright, so we got Ty on the tools, he's undoing it, and we've got a gearbox
Good
wriggler. And it all comes out.
Yep. Thankfully, someone's used fucking copper coat in the past.
And then that will pull out. And there we go.
Just like that.
Holy shitbox. And his little, oh look at that. Perfect. What a cool little table. See how it all sits together, oil just drains from one spot. Perfect. So that, my friend, is
That's where the impeller lives under.
the impeller's in here. That's what we're doing next, the impeller. But look at this. Goes up, there's a whole series of, I don't know, holes. Just goes up. Yeah. Looks like old half pie, half motor. Hey, no, into the impeller.